Hey everybody, Dave here. Hope you're having an awesome day. So about 6 months ago, my coworker was using this chapstick at work, and the brand is called Starface, and so it's this really cool little capsule. And right away I thought, that is a really cool shape. And I told her, and she's like, do you want me to save it for you? And I said, yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, she brought it into work, and I made this cute little robot out of it. So let me show you how we did it. Come on, let's do it. All right, here's that cool little capsule, the Starface. Love the shape of this thing. It's super awesome. So I also love the design of this tube and ball leg system. So I think I'm gonna go with that. But first I need to get all this text off. So I've used fingernail polish in the past, but this just was not coming off. The one nice thing is that it did take off the sheen, so it is almost like it's sanding it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe the whole thing down. Now I'm looking at this shape here and I really like that gap, almost like a robot would have like maybe an attachment where it could swivel. And then this inside piece does swivel, so I'm gonna try and save that as well. I went ahead and just took some sandpaper and sanded all the rest of the text off. It's looking great. I cut a little piece of wood stock and I'm gonna use this kind of as the crotch area or the hips, just so the legs can attach onto this. I did want to kind of get a little bit of shape to this, so I'm just kind of sanding it down. Once I got it all sanded down, I'll just do a little bead of glue here, and it just plopped right into the center there. It's perfect. I did try some square tubing, and I thought, no, you know what? I think the cylinder is better with the shape of the body, so I'm going to use the cylinder polystyrene for the legs. And then I've got these little marble BB things that I've been using for my 1M robots. Now, in order to cut this polystyrene, it's actually pretty easy. I'm just lining it up on the grid, and I just roll my knife back and forth a couple of times, putting a little bit of pressure on there, trying to keep it as straight as possible, and then just snap it. I've glued on kind of the knee area. You can see the top portion's a little bit shorter, and then that's going to be the hip. Now, in order to put this onto the body, I am doing kind of like a little countersunk hole. So I'm not going all the way through. I just want a little cavity where the ball can kind of fit into it. But I noticed the one leg is a little bit longer than the other, so I need to fix that before I glue everything together. Now, I'm not going to worry about having this articulate or anything, just because it's going to kind of be something that you put on your shelf. So now that I got the leg the correct height, got some glue in there, and I'm going to just start kind of aligning these, getting this all lined up. Now for the arms, I was originally going to do a wire running all the way through, but I do want to keep that little swivel part there so I can have the head swivel back and forth. So again, I did another countersink. Then I'll just drop a little bead in to that countersink there. For the arm, I'm going to do a piece of rod and styrene tube, and that way it looks kind of, there's like a little step in the arm, so I think that'll be kind of cool. So I'm going to glue on the tube part first. Just put a little bit of super glue on there. I'll get the other side on. That's looking great. And then here is my rod, and I've got it trimmed down to size, and that'll slide right in. I'll glue that in a little bit later. All right. For the feet, I have this Stormtrooper. He's missing his arms, but I already pulled off one of the feet. I just heated up with a heat gun, and it popped right out. And the little plug piece fits perfectly into my styrene tube, so I didn't have to glue this or anything, and I actually have a little bit of articulation, which is kind of nice when you're trying to stand them up. You can get it balanced just perfectly, and this worked out great, and they look good. For the eyes, I'm just kind of marking a spot there, and I have these black beads. These black beads do have little holes in them, so I'm not sure if I'll use those in the end, but I am kind of experimenting here. I'm drilling some holes first, and I'm not sure if I want to push the bead from the back and push it through. So just cleaning this up, and then I'm going to kind of test this. That's from the back side. I don't love that. I want it to be kind of more like this Kawaii kind of thing. So I think these little buggy eyes are a lot more fun and give it a little bit more personality. All right, so I'm going to just mark the inside of the head here. And once I get that all drilled out, I'll be able to put the eyes through and glue that together. So for the hand, I tried this little washer claw thing. I don't love it. So I was looking around, and I remembered I have this 1M robot, and he's got these cool little fists. Now, this one is still a decent robot, but I did have some 3D prints that didn't turn out properly. But the fists are okay, so I thought, you know what, I could salvage these because I never throw away anything. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use these little fists, and I think that'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and just snip this off, clean it up. I actually did drilled out that hole just a tiny bit so it fit on the rod there. But yeah, that's gonna work out great. Just cleaning it up a little bit and putting a little bit of glue in there. And I will just slide that onto the rod, like I said, drilled a little hole. The hole is a little big, so I just have to kind of hold it there for just a second, but no big deal. And then on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna snap off this little red piece here. I don't love that. And then I'll glue the other fist on and the hands will be done. This actually is coming together a lot easier than I was thinking it would. And that's always a nice surprise when that happens. To keep in theme with the cute robot, I have this little tank part here, and I think I'm gonna use this as the mouth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna snip this into a little tiny, like Japanese cartoon smile. I think it's really cute, and it fits this quite nicely. Now you'll notice the eyes are these clear beads. These do not have holes in them, and I think these are gonna work better for me. I was kind of going back and forth if I should leave them clear, but then as I paint it, I'll kind of rethink that. I'm ready to go prime and paint this. I painted it this like really light pink, again, because I wanted it to be kind of this just really cutesy robot. Painting all the little spheres, the shoulder, the knees, a silver. And this is just like a really subtle touch, nothing major. I went back and forth and I decided I'm going to go ahead and paint the fists and then do a little tiny bit of chipping. I'm not going to weather this. I'm not going to grunge it all up. But this little robot, she has had a little bit of, wear and tear. So just a little bit of use, nothing major. I did decide to paint that center part silver. I really like that. And she's looking great. I really like this. It turned out way faster than I thought it was going to. Now for the eyes, I'm going to paint these black, gloss them, and then I'm going to put them in. We'll call this one done. All right, that was super simple, and it kind of just reiterates that you don't have to do something crazy and over the top to have a fun little build. So, as I said a million times on this channel, go make something awesome. Start with something little. It doesn't have to be crazy, and I love this. The little head still articulates back and forth. So, yeah. I love it. Let's do some turnaround shots of this thing, and as always, it's a great day to be a toy nerd. Go make something awesome.